I look at statistics there's a ton of science that has come out about the addictive quality of porn, right? I talk about how porn is not real sex. I talk about why it's not real sex, the lack of consent, how many women and men are abused. 80% of porn is violent, how people don't want to be violated during sex. That is never a request of somebody. And so I talk about why that is. And the thing is I actually start talking about porn with 3 to 6 year olds. I call it bad pictures. So like my daughter, when she was 3, she knew, hey, if I ever see a picture of somebody or a video of somebody who's naked, that's not kind. That doesn't love them well. So I need to go tell my mommy. And it doesn't mean I'm in trouble. I just need to go tell her, right? Because little kids can be shown this material. They can see it. It can pop up, especially if your kids have access to tablets, devices. This kind of thing can pop up. So I have an acronym that I work on with the kids, which is basically just to shut your eyes. It's called STOP. So shut your eyes, tell an adult, open your mind to something else you can do, and then play. Like go play. So that's with little kids. But of course, as I get to 11 to 13, 14 to 18, it's porn is called porn. And I really get at the dopamine levels in your brain, how you need more and more and more of it for it to have the same enjoyment. So the addictive quality of it. I personally don't believe there's any porn that's like for people. Like there for a while there when I was a sex educator, there was conversation about femme porn, like this porn is all about women and it really cares about women. But the more and more I've dug into that, the more I've seen that women are still abused and hurt in that. So I just can't stand for it. I don't think it helps a relationship. I don't think it's a good way to learn about sex. And science is coming out backing these opinions. And so I really get at that with the kids of here's the science, here's what it does to a relationship, here's how it could and does impact many people, and here's how to fight that and how to consider like how it might impact your life. Kids who start watching porn, they tend to be lonelier, more depressed, sometimes suicidal. They don't have as many real relationships. They have inappropriate views of what sex is. There's things like choking a girl has gone up in young teen sex, like
Oh
14-year-olds
wow. What?
report choking, like this boy just choked me, right? And it's not like they
What?
asked. Yeah. And then anal sex, like unconsented anal sex. Well, I assume she wanted to because that's what all girls want, right? Because that's a huge part
What?
of porn. And so more and more, and my husband is an internal medicine doctor and pediatrician. And so he sees this even in his office. He
Oh
sees the effects
man.
of this. Girls say it's on their chart, like, oh, she had this type of sex, but it was unconsented. It was not consented to. And it's like they were having this other type of sex. So they just figured, kind of like you were saying earlier, pressured, well, you're already doing it. We can do that too. Well, a lot of girls don't want to have anal sex, right?
No.
And so they have no ability to communicate and to have that consensual conversation because that is not a part of porn. Porn is never about communication and healthy relationships. It is only about the consumer, the user's orgasm. And so when people become that much of an object, well, then you can use them as an object during sex too. And so I really have that conversation